From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. In July of last year, nearly $30,000 worth of computer equipment was stolen from Troy University's Malone Hall. The case has still not been solved 1 year later. So now the university police are looking for some help. William McCarthy explains.
Troy University Police Department is looking for the public's help in solving a year-old burglary that took place in Troy's Malone Hall.
Basically, somebody entered one of the computer labs on campus and stole about 15 computers out of the computer lab, Apple computers that cost about $30,000. So we really want to try to recover that money for the university and bring somebody to justice on it.
And the person they are looking to bring to justice is the man seen in this surveillance video from the night of the burglary. McCall hopes someone will recognize the suspect or his vehicle and help him close the case.
He's a heavy-set black male. Looks like he has some long, kind of dreaded hair. And he came into the building 3 different times that night carrying a suitcase and a backpack, and he packed these computers in to this luggage and hauled it out and made 3 different trips back and forth to campus in that vehicle. And so we were able to identify the vehicle he was driving, which was a Jeep Cherokee, and we were able to get a fairly good shot of him, his body, and his, but not a good facial shot. So that's what we're really looking for, is that somebody that can come back forward and say, yes, I know that car and it belongs to this individual, and then we can put a face with that individual.
The reason this video has just come to light is that McCall sought out the assistance of the group Crime Stoppers, which offers rewards for information on cases to help get them solved.
Well, personally, Tony Garrett, who runs the Crime Stoppers in Montgomery, was a good friend of mine, and so it made it real easy to go to Tony and ask him, because we'd run into basically a standstill in our investigation. We feel like we know who did the crime. We feel like we know how the crime was committed, and we know all the details of the crime. We just don't have that little piece that we need to pinpoint and say, yes, he's the one. And so we were just looking for some help from the public, and thought maybe somebody could actually see the video and see what happened that night, or maybe even see the car, and could lock it in for us, and would jump at that opportunity to get a reward to help us out.
William McCarthy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
If anyone has information pertaining to the case and would like to share it with University Police, they're asked to call them at 334-670-3215. There could be a possible reward if the information leads to an arrest and prosecution. And the city of Troy got some good news in regards to its financial needs. The city's credit rating is now the highest that it's ever been. Jordan Elston has the details.
Residents of the city of Troy are now living in an A+ city. It was announced at Tuesday's city council meeting that Standard & Poor's has upgraded Troy's credit rating from an A to an A+, and Mayor Jason Reeves is very proud.
Just the fact that we got to A+, which is the first time in the history of the city, it says that the things that we're doing, our financial management, our budget management, our economic growth and stability are all on track, and we're very proud of that.
Bond ratings are the primary factor in determining the interest rate a municipality pays on its debt financing. With a higher rating, borrowers pay lower rates than less well-regarded ones.
This will save us on interest rates. This will be the largest general obligation debt that we've ever issued, but it will also be the cheapest to issue because of these rates, because of the way we've done it, the competitive bid process, and those types of things. So this allows us to borrow money at a reduced rate, and also people look at these types of things when they look at moving business or industry to a community. So this is a non-biased opinion of your community that goes out into the world.
And exactly how much money will Troy be saving with this new rating?
I would say it will be a 6-figure savings on this next issue at a minimum.
Jordan Elston, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The next city council meeting will be on June 23rd. Well, every summer, Troy University's incoming freshmen get their first look at their new college home at the Impact Orientation Sessions. The first of those sessions started on Monday. Austin Cofield gives us a look.
It's that time of summer. That's right, the time of summer where incoming freshmen fill the halls to get a sneak peek at the campus they'll be attending starting next fall. This sneak peek is through a program called Impact, where current Troy University students come together to help teach the newcomers everything they need to know about campus and campus life.
As an impact leader, we just kind of separate the incoming freshmen in groups, and the different impact leaders, we just kind of answer any questions they have about coming to Troy, or just any questions they have about the campus, and we help them with their scheduling for the fall.
One of the main goals of Impact is to help students transition into campus life as smoothly as possible, so they host events like the browsing session where incoming freshmen can learn about many of Troy University's several clubs and organizations.
We're having a browse session for the incoming freshmen, so they can get a little familiar with the organizations and clubs, because we like all our freshmen to get involved so, they can stay out of trouble and things and meet new people that's around them.
When I came into Troy, I didn't realize that this is what Troy had to offer me. It's kind of, we're showing everybody all of our cards. Look at all these opportunities out here. When you walk in the door, you're just like, wow, you're kind of taken back, and it's really cool just to kind of see. You can get involved in just about anything. Any interest you have, there's something here for you here at Troy.
Impact offers incoming students several opportunities to learn about Troy University and all it has to offer. But how much of an impact does it have on these incoming students? The results speak for themselves.
Oh my goodness, it's been fabulous. I absolutely love it. I love my leaders, and I love how I've been able to connect with all of these different people and everything. It's just been like the greatest thing.
The leaders have really helped me, and I know where a lot of stuff is now because I was unaware at the time, but I'm more confident now to start my classes in the fall.
They are phenomenal. They've answered every question and made me feel really at home and very comfortable at Impact.
The Impact leaders create a warm environment for the new students by offering comforting words and welcomes like,
welcome home, welcome to the best 4 years of your life.
I think it's so important just to get out of your comfort zone and take chances, because you never know where you'll end up.
Have fun. Go Trojans.
Austin Cofield, Troy, TrojanVision News.
There will be 10 freshman sessions and 2 transfer sessions. Those will run through July. And we'll take a short break, but when we return, we'll see how some high schoolers are learning about music from the Troy University faculty. That and more after this, so stay with us.
Look at me, hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
This is Dr. Daniel Smith. He's an expert in domestic and international economics. But his proudest achievement is connecting with his students and helping them accomplish more than they ever thought possible. That's the warrior spirit, and it's alive and well at Troy University. Feel it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Troy University's music industry program teaches Troy students the business side of making professional music. But this week, those lessons will be passed on to some younger students who have aspirations in the music industry. William McCarthy gives us a preview.
Later this week, area youngsters will get the chance to get first-hand experience in learning about the business side of the music industry with a one-of-a-kind camp offered by Troy University.
It's the only one of its type, not only in the state of Alabama, but the entire southeast region. MIC, M-I-C, stands for Music Industry Camp. It's geared towards students, high school, college, and we do even take some mature middle schoolers who are dreaming of a career in the music industry. Now that's not just the one singing on the stage, the one playing guitar, that's also the audio engineer, the production people in the background. That's the business, the A&R, the public relations, the marketing people who make all those types of things happen.
With the camp being about the music industry, one might assume that every camper wants to be in the spotlight, but Smith says that is not necessarily the case.
About half of them show up and yes, I want to be a musician, I want to be a vocalist, I want to be a guitarist, a drummer, playing on the stage. We also have a lot of students, however, because in this world we have now of media savvy, everybody's involved in tech now, so everybody understands something like the concept of audio engineering. So we have about 40% coming who want to be audio engineers or want to do sound design for film and television.
The camp will feature lessons taught by Troy University faculty members, but there will also be some visiting professionals to share some knowledge with the campers.
Now we have a blending of Troy University faculty, but we also bring in some world-class working professionals who are coming in literally from all over the country. For example, John Davidson, an Emmy Award-winning sound designer, is coming in from Washington, D.C., literally stepping out of the production studio in Washington and coming to spend 3 days with us and these particular students.
Smith says he hopes the camp will open the eyes of the campers to the possible job options in the industry.
Kids can only choose what they're aware of, and one of our prime objectives here is to make them aware of the vast array of careers and occupations and jobs that are involved in the music and entertainment industry.
William McCarthy, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
This will be the second year for Mike Check at Troy. The camp will wrap up with a showcase on Saturday. And this week, Troy University's Sound of the South is teaching the skills it takes to be part of a marching band to high schoolers on campus. First annual summer leadership camp. Victoria Sabina gives us a look.
1, 2, 3.
Troy University Music Department is well known for its marching band, the Sound of the South. On Sunday, high schoolers and middle schoolers came to Troy University for the Summer Music and Leadership Camp, where they can practice for 5 days.
There's a variety of things from concert band to drum majors, color guard, dance line majorettes, and it's basically just a lot of fun for them to do for Sunday through Thursday. And on Thursday, we'll have a big performance of everybody from the whole week, and then from there, they'll go home after that. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great opportunity for them to learn. And really, when you're at that age, coming to a university with all these people around here, from Dr. Walker to all the staff here, has been helpful. So I'll take them out and we'll actually work on them one-on-one to help them get better when they go back home.
Troy University professors and students are deeply involved in the organization of the camp. The guests play different games, communicate, and look around the campus. Some of them are considered to come to Troy University later as an actual Trojans.
So it's a great chance for us to show them the campus here and the new facilities that we have, this amazing band room we have here, and it helps them kind of figure out, hopefully, that when they come here, they're not so nervous for a new campus, and they get to walk around and see the campus, and when they come back for honor bands or for visits, that they know where they're going, and that they feel more at home here at Troy University. So that's what we want them to do.
As a lot of my friends were coming out, I just heard that it was a really great camp to come to. So I get to learn new stuff, meet new people that I never would have met without coming here. Last night we had a movie, today we're having a dance. So yeah, it's a lot of fun all around.
I learned how to become a better leader, how to use more air, how to use better air quality.
Beside all the studies and entertainment, participants of the camp have a task to put together the whole concert in 4 days that will take place on Thursday. Victoria Sabina, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And the camp wrapped up on Thursday with a performance by the campers in Trojan Arena. And getting fruits and vegetables nowadays is as easy as making a quick trip to the grocery store, but some shoppers are looking for options that are a little fresher than what comes in on a truck to all of those stores. Well, for Pike County residents, there's a fresher option each week of fruits and vegetables straight from local farmers. And now it has a new home. Chelsea Itel gives us a look at the new farmers market.
For the last 6 years, the Pike County Farmers Market has been located in downtown Troy. However, this year the local farmers decided to move locations in hopes to bring in new customers. The market's new location is at Bicentennial Park, which is across from Walgreens on Highway 231. The local farmers have seen some great benefits in the new location and are feeling good about the move.
Well, we have so much more traffic in this area. We have this 231, we have this South Vernon Street, and then all these houses behind us back here. And then we like it because we have some shade trees here and this grass, and it's so much cooler in the town. It's more pleasant out here. But the main thing is we have, I think, potential for a lot more customers out here in this area.
It's lots cooler, more traffic.
The farmers market consists of farmers from around the area that grow fresh produce and make homemade baked goods to sell at the market. Aside from the new location, the farmers market has also changed their hours to get their fresh fruits and vegetables out to their new customers.
4 to 6 on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, and 7 to 11 on Saturday mornings.
The farmers market will be open throughout the summer months. Collins Farm wants to remind everyone to Chelsea Itel, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Once again, the farmers market is now located in the field next to Bicentennial Park, is open Tuesdays and Thursdays 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays 7 to 11 a.m. And this month, Troy's Johnson Center for the Arts is showing off the work of sculptor Greg Weatherspoon. Austin Cofield gives us a look at his exhibit.
If you're not familiar with the Johnson Center for the Arts, you might not know that there is a lower gallery on the first floor. This month, the center has filled up its lower gallery with pieces of art from sculptor Craig Weatherspoon, who specializes in metal and wood fabrication.
Most of them are based on thoughts about three-dimensional textiles. The wood pieces next door are based on tracing hypothetical human movement through space, almost as if a dancer was sort of flailing around across the room. So it's really about human impact on space. Art, in my opinion, is visual philosophy, and sort of like every piece is a question, and it offers forth a query that hopefully others will become engaged with.
Craig is an extraordinary community asset. He extends his self beyond what artists typically are thought to do in terms of how he relates to and gets involved with the community, and that's one of the little backstories that is not apparent in his exhibition.
Craig Weatherspoon is an associate professor at the University of Alabama who also runs the university's sculpture program. Not only does he do temporary indoor works, but he has completed many permanent outdoor commissions throughout the United States. Weatherspoon's work will be on display until July 25th.
It's labor, it's work, it's hot, it's heavy, it's sweaty, it's dirty, it's awesome.
Austin Cofield, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The Johnson Center for the Arts is located on Walnut Street in downtown Troy. It's open Wednesday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays from 10 to 3. Admission is free. And we're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll hear some offerings from our friends at Troy Public Radio. So don't touch that dial.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Each week we take some time to hear some of the work done by our broadcast partners at Troy Public Radio. As we do each week, we'll get another sample of Talk of Troy, the student-produced newscast of Troy Public Radio. Now, let's take a listen.
It's the Talk of Troy. Voices and sounds from the campuses of Troy University. I'm Brittany Thompson. On June 17th, the Johnson Center for the Arts in Troy is hosting a joint exhibit featuring the music and art of 3 of Troy's professors, and producer Jesse McLaughlin spoke with one of the collaborators.
The exhibit, The Art of Collaboration, A Joyous Exchange, began with music professor Diane Orlovsky's written meditations. Artists Jerry Johnson and Pam Allen signed on to illustrate the meditations for a published book, but Orlovsky had a different idea.
I said these need to be hanging on a gallery wall first, not in a book.
Orlovsky says the collaboration has been rewarding, hence the title, A Joyous Exchange, which is a term that comes from
Martin Luther, to describe the process where we turn over our sin to God and He gives us grace.
The Art of Collaboration will run from June 17th through July 25th. For the Talk of Troy, I'm Jesse McGlon.
Troy Public Radio producers Katie Ganaway, David Cadell, and Wynn Carroll were recently named national finalists in the radio news reporting category for the 2014 Society for Professional Journalists Mark of Excellence Awards. For Ganaway, the process of reporting and producing was intense.
You're putting together the story piece by piece and person by person, and I really like that aspect of it.
The team told the story of Mary Louise Smith, who in 1955 refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus, 2 months before Rosa Parks did so.
Looking into that, we found the Browder versus Gale case. Mary Louise Smith was a part of that.
The team's story was chosen from 12 regional first-place winners from across the United States. I'm Brittany Thompson, and you've been listening to The Talk of Troy, a production of Troy Public Radio.
Throughout the week, Troy Public Radio can be heard on 89.9 in Troy and Montgomery, 88.7 in Dothan, and 91.7 in Phoenix City. Well, it's time for our last break, but when we return, we'll learn how area youngsters can get their time in the spotlight. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
It's a beautiful day out here, sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it, let's go.
The warrior spirit. It's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance is offering youngsters a fun way to learn about the theatrical arts this summer through its annual Summer Spotlight Camp. Recently had the chance to sit down with the director of the camp to find out about their plans for this summer. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be learning about how area youngsters can learn a little bit of theater, courtesy of Troy University. My guest today, Director of Summer Spotlight, Tori Everett. Tori, thanks for joining me here today.
Thanks for having me, Aaron.
And Summer Spotlight, this has become a tradition here, bringing youngsters to campus to learn about theater and theater arts. Tell us a little about it.
We do this every year. This will be our 8th year of Summer Spotlight. We have 3 different weeks of programming. The first 2 are for ages 13 and under. We have the Spotlight on Dance Week, July 6th through the 10th this year. And we have the Creative Drama Camp for ages 4 through 13, and that's July 12th through 17th this year. Then we have the high school and incoming college freshmen Performance Intensive and Tech and Management Intensive the last full week of July.
And of course, at these camps, the different age groups do different things, but basically it's an opportunity to interact with theater faculty and professionals in the field to just learn a little bit more about theater.
Right. We do it for real, as I say. It's not just a play camp. We connect these young people with our theater education majors and theater and dance majors at Troy University, so the students get some teaching experience, and the young people are working with people who are working in this craft daily. We have Troy faculty, as you mentioned, who help teach some things, and we have a really exciting lineup each year. This year's no exception, of guest faculty, guest teaching artists in theater and dance and stage crafts from all over the country. So these are people who do it for a living.
And we talk about the different age groups, and you mentioned there, we're talking from little ones all the way to high school. And of course, the little ones, you have some fun with the little ones at this camp.
Oh, yes. The 4 and 5-year-olds, we call them the mini spotlighters. They do their own camp and have a great show at the end of the week. They have a great time. They may be the most fun.
And now last year, you introduced a little something different with one of the camps that the kids were able to work towards putting on a Disney production.
Yes.
Are you doing something similar this year?
We are in our creative drama camp, so that's the second week of camps. The 6 to 13-year-olds will put on, it'll be a mystery. We'll reveal this later. Some musical show, probably another Disney show, and we will reveal that sometime in the coming month.
So it'll be a big surprise for everyone once it's revealed, when they get a chance to see it. Now, and we'll talk a little bit about the older kids, because it becomes a little bit different when you get to the older kids, the high school kids, and it also becomes more of a kind of almost a recruiting thing for you guys as well, because these kids are looking to start finding a home for their college careers.
Right.
But you split them up to let them do two different things if they choose to do that, right?
Yes, because we have an integrated performing arts scene here at Troy. We've got theater and dance together that share back and forth. Our performance intensive is theater and dance. So if this is a high school or incoming college student who has a theater focus, whether it's the performance side or the tech and stage management side, so you can sort of focus your attention in theater for the week, or if you want to focus in dance performance and production, you can focus there too. Or if you want to mix it up, we encourage them to integrate, across discipline lines too. So
it's a good opportunity, and working once again to help build their abilities and their knowledge to hopefully maybe take it back to their home schools, and then maybe even find their way to maybe Troy when they start to go to college.
Absolutely. We really try to say we are not recruiting during that week, but we do want to show them what Troy has to offer. We mostly want to expose them to these art forms because a lot of them come from programs that maybe aren't so well established, and they want to know if they could maybe do this as a college experience or as a career, and we're trying to give them the highest quality arts experience that we can here at Troy.
And of course, talking about experience, they don't have to be experienced to participate in this, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We have a wonderful mix of people who come from established programs and lots of experience, and people who are exploring it for the first time, and that's for all the ages. And I think everybody leaves feeling that they've gotten what they've come for, and they leave excited about what we've done during the week, no matter the age. We have a great time.
All right, anybody out there who wants to participate in this, there's still an opportunity to sign up. How can they find out information and sign up?
You can sign up through July the 1st, and probably the best way is to go to troytheater.org. You can also go to the troy.edu main page, and there's a summer camps link there, and it will link you back to troytheater.org to get the application and registration information. If you mail that in, mail in your payment, your spot will be saved.
All right, well, here's hoping that you get a good crowd coming in for the camps, spread out throughout a few weeks here later in the summer, and different age groups. And once again, always a fun opportunity, and there's some kids out there that are looking to get involved in the theatrical arts. It's a good opportunity to do so.
Yes, it is.
Well, good luck with this year's camp, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Aaron.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the third week of June 2015. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune in to Troy TrojanVision News at 6:30, 10:30, Monday through Friday, or anytime by following us on Twitter at Troy TV News. Also, feel free to like our Troy TrojanVision News fan page on Facebook to see links to online content. We hope you join us again next week for another edition of Troy TrojanVision Weekly. Have a good week.